We need this for the new set.
Hey tacticians, and welcome to Into the Arcane, a set that lets you recreate, even rewrite Arcane stories however you want. Play past and present simultaneously, activate unlikely alliances, or maybe even make everyone friends again. I'm Sean, Into the Arcane's lead designer, here to tell you about what we've been cooking up. This is the most Arcane set ever, with a roster full of TFT exclusive Arcane characters, traits that pull from every part of the Arcane universe, and a mechanic that's, shall we say, transformative. First up, we've got a trait we couldn't possibly leave off the roster. They'd come after us if we did. The high-stakes Chembaron Alliance puts the eek in streak as you stock up Shimmer and get powerful and highly illegal items from the black market. This crew is full of TFT exclusive champs, including our old pal Silco, the backline blitzing Yordle Smeech, the chainsaw-toting tank Remy, and our heavy hitter of a 5-cost Savika, whose robot arm randomly shuffles through abilities, including a flamethrower, extendo punch, thrash, and a tiny chance of hitting a jackpot. You can also pair Savika and Vi with their pit fighter trait. Whose steely punch hits harder? More of a topsider? Join up with the Enforcers to hunt down wanted enemies. This trait gives bonus damage amplification plus more against wanted enemies. When Enforcers catch an enemy, they'll get even more power. This vertical trait has TFT exclusive characters like Steb, a frontliner who'll sustain himself and his pals, Loris, whose shield blocks for more than just himself, and Maddie, who shares the sniper trait with the Enforcer's top gun, who you've probably already guessed. As the 5-cost for the Enforcers, Caitlyn's ability reflects her leadership and strategic planning, as she calls in an airship to circle the battlefield, barraging enemies with physical damage and dealing even more when an unwitting enemy gets caught in the epicenter. If you'd rather conquer nations than criminals, look no further than Conqueror, which brings Mbessa and the might of Noxus to the convergence. As your Conquerors rack up takedowns, you'll get to open war chests full of loot. The more chests you open, the more powerful the loot gets, and your Conquerors grow more powerful with each war chest. Everyone's favorite Noxian brothers will kick off your comp as 1-costs, and 4-cost Mbessa will gladly hold on to the riches you've racked up in the late game. In her TFT debut, this Noxian warlord swaps between two stances on cast. The first gives her additional range and damage, while the other gives her the ability to dash to the current target, strike in a half circle, and slice everyone in the radius. So yeah, Conqueror's a lot of fun, and as a large vertical for the set, it's even more fun when you can devote more Conquerors to the cause. They don't even have to be Noxy. Garen and Mbessa are both 4-costs for our Emissary trait, which only activates when you have just one or all 4 unique emissaries, each of whom grant different bonuses, things like attack speed, mana, or an aura of defensive stats. With all 4 emissaries on the board, you'll have achieved Runeterra-wide peace. Just kidding. All bonuses will drastically increase, though. Next up, we've got a couple traits for those of you who are in your ungovernable era, starting with Rebels. These blue-haired devotees of a certain 5-cost have traveled from all over Runeterra to give their all to the cause. Upon losing a portion of your team's overall health, their signature smoke signal empowers surviving rebels with things like attack speed, health, or a brief board-wide stun. The rebels' ever-unpredictable leader Jinx alternates between 3 weapons to deal AoE damage with her Flame Chompers, strike and stun enemies in a line with her Zap, and finally fire off a death rocket that deals massive damage to oh so many enemies. It's like the entire board. One last thing about Jinx. Even though she doesn't share a trait with Vi, you can pair up these sisters by using one of our team-up augments, a new type of augment that will bring relationships from the show into the game. And we couldn't forget Echo and the Firelights. Every few seconds, these slippery speedsters dash about the board, attacking while moving and restoring a percentage of the damage they take. Though there are only 3 Firelights, including TFT exclusive Scar, your foes may think there are more with Echo's ability that summons an assault of afterimages. We'll also have traits for the scientists, mad or otherwise, but I'll stick to Piltover's version of scientific progress for now. Harness the power of knowledge with Academy, a trait that plays like Exalted, but for items. This one's for the big brains out there, featuring Heimerdinger, a ramping, rocket-firing carry, and Jace, a 5-cost for our Form Swapper trait. The last trait I want to reveal is a bit of a blast from the past, with 3 more TFT-exclusive Arcane units, Violet, Powder, and Vander. These 3 make up Family, a small splash trait that's a great boost to any reroll comp, because Family is stronger together. There are so many more traits and champs to discuss, but time is short, so I'll pass it to Singapore to discuss a brand new cosmetic type before we wrap things up with a reveal of our set mechanic.
Hey everyone, Theo here. I'm with Tommy, the art director for the cosmetics team, and we're so excited to welcome an entirely new style of tactician to the Convergence. Unbound tacticians give us a whole new way to express champion fantasies and cater to a wider variety of player taste. While chibis are the adorable, humorous, and lovable TFT spins on your favorite champions, Unbound tacticians are the purest embodiment of that champion at the height of their power.
And who better to let loose alongside a new cosmetic type than the loose cannon herself? Arcane Jinx Unbound will hit the Convergence at the start of the set. This new style brings a champion's unique power fantasy into every facet of the tactician, from their emotes to their run or cast animation to their splash art. Every piece will be grounded in the ultimate version of a champion's power, personality, and backstory. The same goes for finishers, where we'll capture a pivotal piece of that character's story in a matter of seconds. In Arcane Jinx Unbound's case, we're reliving an unforgettable scene from the show. Yeesh, I hope everyone's okay.
Anyway, this will be an evergreen tactician type. Who knows, maybe your favorite champion will be next to be Unbound. As for our dedicated chibi lovers, no need to fear. We'll still be releasing new chibis you've come to know and love. In fact, we're going to be releasing more than ever in the future. Roll the tape. With the launch of Into the Arcane, we'll be introducing Chibi Caitlyn alongside her mythic variant, Arcane Caitlyn, and new mythic variants for existing chibis, Arcane Vi and Firelight Echo. Absolute cinema.
And what better place to hang out with all your TV pals than our new Mythic Arena? Ah, the good old days. But this isn't your infallible father's last drop. As the game progresses, this arena transforms not 1, but 2 times, celebrating one of the most iconic settings in Arcane as we journey through Jinx's emotions in Season 1. Vander's warm, inviting version won't last long, turning dark under Silco's leadership of the Undercity. Finally, Jinx takes over, putting Powder away for good, and the transformation is complete. Boom!
This arena is for the Arcane fans out there, ourselves included, so we hope you love it. Last, but not least, we have a new Prestige Chibi, one who loves Arcane as much as the rest of us do. Chibi Prestige Arcane Superfan Annie.
As the first skin thematic from and by TFT, we decided that our original troubled child would definitely be a superfan of the blue-haired girls. So this chibi and her Chemtectivers is the team's imagined version of Annie, celebrating her Arcane super fandom.
She's definitely forcing Rebel every game.
All right, I will send you back to the team in LA to walk you through the set mechanic.
Hey everyone, I'm Christy, the UX lead for Into the Arcane. I'm here with Brian, the design lead for our set mechanic, to talk about how we brought the anomaly into TFT. Every game, at stage 4-6, you'll have a major decision to make. Choose one of your units to enter the anomaly, a powerful force that will transform them for the rest of the game.
Just how they transform is up to you. You'll be able to re-roll transformation options for 1 gold, limited only by how much you can spend. Once you're happy with the effect, place your favorite unit in the hex, and they'll come out with the buff you selected. And probably be fine, too. Mostly fine. Now, you can only transform 1 unit per game, so choose wisely. This will be a permanent, strategy-defining decision as you head into the late game.
You can send anyone into the anomaly and be able to control, to an extent, how they are changed. Some options offer pretty standard power, tankiness, or utility, while others will have a more specialized, unique effect.
Maybe you'll make Savika an assassin in the anomaly, who'll jump to the backline and unleash randomize and mechanize havoc. Or make your unit a bully, so they can deal increased damage doubled against units with a lower star level. Take Cosmic Rhythm, and your champion will no longer gain mana. They'll instead use their ability every 6 seconds.
Those are just a few options of many, but regardless of who you select to enter the anomaly or what the outcome is, every champion in the set will work with every anomaly. With over 50 anomaly effects on release, there will be thousands of potential game-changing decisions. And with that, we'll pass it back to Sean for a hint on what's next.
That was a lot. But if you feel like something or someone is missing, that's because they are. Like we said in the beginning, Into the Arcane is the place to play Arcane stories, past, present, and future. And this isn't the last you'll hear from us. As the show evolves, so will the set. We'll be back soon with more updates for you on gameplay, the Macau Open, and more. See you then.